Good morning. Welcome to This Day Devo. Pastor Guy here. Good to have you with me on this Monday morning. Today we read John chapter 9, verse 35 through chapter 10, verse 21. And if you were here with me Friday, you'll know we talked about the blind beggar who had mud put on his eyes and received the gift of sight from Christ. I just want to make the point here that just to frame what you just read, that this is a continuation of the scene. We're still at the same place. We're still amongst the same people. And Jesus finds the man and says, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" And the man said, "Well, who is he? Who are we talking about?" And it's like, "Well, it's me. I'm how Jesus." So he's like, "Oh, this is the one speaking to you right now." And he says, "Well, yes, Lord, I believe." And then Jesus takes this opportunity to teach about him being the good shepherd, him being the gate through which the sheep enter into the fold, and that the sheep know him, the sheep hear his voice, and that there are other sheep that he is going to welcome in, but very much making the point that he is the gate. He is the good shepherd. There is no other way into the fold except through Christ. This is to say specifically, as he's teaching this is to say, all who came before me were thieves and robbers. He's talking about the religious elites of his day. He's talking about the Pharisees. He's talking about these leaders specifically. He's also talking about some false messiahs that had probably been coming over decades and centuries, claiming to be the Messiah, but really at the end of the day, so we're not real. At the end of the day, they're not for the other people. They're for themselves, for their own glory, their own attention, their own fame. Therefore, he even specifically says they're just in it for the money. And if you're a hired hand and you're just in it for the money, you're not going to protect the sheep, because when the lion comes, you're out. Like, whoa, hey, I ain't dealing with that. I didn't sign up for that. I'm just here for a paycheck. Don't make it hard. But yet if you have Jesus the Good Shepherd, kind of like King David, right, when he was growing up as a shepherd, he would protect the flock. He would kill lions and bears and anything that would come his way. I don't know, it doesn't say anything about dinosaurs, but right, anything that would come his way, he would protect those sheep with everything he had, because he wasn't a hired hand. He was a good shepherd. They were his sheep. Jesus is saying, these are my sheep, and I will voluntarily lay my life down for them. The Pharisees, the religious leaders, they didn't care about the people. They were all about them. They just wanted to maintain order so that they could maintain power and the comfort of the life that they had. They didn't want to lose what was theirs. It was more important to stay comfortable and in power than to see others come up. And so they call the blind beggar a sinner. There's no love there. They're just cleaning the outside of the cup, but their hearts are black as coal. And so Jesus, through all of this, is pointing us to him and saying, I'm laying it all down. And you see the connection piece at the very end. Whenever the Pharisees some were talking, they said, "Can a demon open the eyes of the blind?" So there's your connection to Jesus opens the eyes of the blind, and they're like, "Well, I've never seen a demon do that. He must be some kind of legitimate representative of Christ, of God, and he's the Son of God." And so here's kind of the question, right? Am I a person of God? How do we recognize God's people? How do we recognize that we are sheep? Okay, here's what a sheep in God's fold, and say, he is my good shepherd. The marks of faith. We believe in Jesus. We listen to Jesus' voice. We follow him. We confess. We're obedient. And we claim allegiance to him. These are marks of a true believer. I claim my allegiance to him. I'm obedient to him. I am confessing of my sin. and I'm listening for the voice of Jesus, following the lead of the Holy Spirit. These are marks of true faith, that we're in the fold, because Jesus is our good shepherd. So he's the one that we turn to. He's the one who is protecting us. He's the one who laid his life down for you. Today I learned this about Jesus, and on this day I will this. How does what you learned today, and has God been working in your heart, impacts your Monday? I pray that it does. Have yourself a wonderful day, and sleep well tonight. Love you.
Every word sent down from heaven has the power of Christ.